Hi guys, welcome to Grandma's Kitchen. Today I'm making Gobi paratha. So I've got one cauliflower here that weighs about 550 gram and I've already washed it and I've put it into florets. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grate the cauliflower. So always use the thicker side. So I've done the cauliflower, so I'm going to also add some onion in it and I'm just going to grate it at the same time. That will give a nice flavour to it. Right, so I've done the onion as well. And I'm just going to give this a mix. And I'm also going to add some salt to it. And I'm adding a teaspoon. And I'm going to give that good mix, and then I'm going to put this to the side for about 10 minutes and let the salt release all the water out of the cauliflower and the onion. Got some ginger here. I'm going to make that in a paste, and the chilies, and then I'm going to drain the water out of the cauliflower and I'm just going to fry it for a couple of minutes for my stuffing. So the cauliflower's been resting for 10 minutes and I did put salt in it and I've got onion in there. So I'm going to just squeeze the water out, can you see? But I'm not going to throw the water away. I'm going to use that to make the dough as part of it. So give it a good squeeze, release. Can you see it's nice and dry? Right, so I'm using the same water that I drained out of the cauliflower and the onion. So I'm going to make the dough in that, and then I'm going to use water as I required, and I'm using 2 cups of flour. Right, so I'm just going to use the water as I require, but I'm just mixing the dough, the water that I had left from the onion and the cauliflower. So just give it a good mix. I'm going to make the dough and then I'm going to put it to one side, let it rest. So can you see it's nice dough. So the more you knead and smoother the dough is. So keep kneading it. Do it traditionally like your mum and your grandparents used to do it. So can you see the dough? It's nice and smooth. Look at it. So I've kneaded the dough and I'm going to cover this and then I'm going to put it to one side and let it rest. And then we'll come back to this, guys. So guys, the next stage is, right, I've got the cauliflower ready with the onions, which I marinated early on with the salt, and then I drained the water out of it. And I showed you the ginger and the chilies, which I've grinded them. I've got some coriander to garnish. I've got a teaspoon of cumin seed. I've got a pinch of hing. I've got half a teaspoon turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri powder, half a teaspoon Garam Masala, half a teaspoon Ajwain, half a teaspoon of Ajwain, and I've got a teaspoon of salt, but that's to taste. Right guys, so let's get cooking. I've put the pan on high heat today, and I'm going to add some olive oil, but you can use any oil. All the spices in now. And I'm going to keep the coriander for after. I'm going to garnish it once the cauliflower's been fried for a couple of minutes. Smells delicious already. Give that good mix. So this will help all the spices mixed well. The salt is just for your taste. You know, I've added a teaspoon in, and I used half a teaspoon before. So guys, I've got to mention earlier on, I'm just going to add some fenugreek in. That just gives it extra flavour to it. Right guys, so I'm going to turn the gas off. I've only done it for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to garnish it with coriander that I cut. So guys, I'm going to let this cool down, and then I'll show you when we make the paratha, and we'll do the filling, and I'll see you in a bit guys. Let's start making the paratha. So I'm going to make them into balls to get them ready, and then I'm going to do the filling. Right, so I'm going to get the ball ready, and then I'll do the filling at the same time. So we'll roll this out, and then we'll put the filling in. Right, so I'm going to put the filling in. Everybody makes them different, but I'm going to make them into squares. Right, so I'm going to fold this into going to put it on the tawa. So I just got it on medium heat. Oh, look at it. Smells absolutely delicious. Look at them, nice and crispy. Pressing the sides to the So I'm nearly finished now, and I'm going to show you once I've finished here, and I'm going to dish them up and let you see the final. So guys, I finished making the Gobi paratha, and I'm going to serve with plain yogurt, and I've got chili pickle there, and I've got onion, and chili is optional, and I made traditional lassi that I'm going to enjoy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me make this for you, and I'm going to try this while I'm on the camera. Honestly, it tastes delicious. Thanks guys, I shall see you in my next video.